Hello and welcome to Flight Attendant Career Connection. I am excited to be going live with you today because I have some really cool and exciting announcements. I'm really excited about it. I think you're going to be excited. And yeah, so that's what we're going to be talking about today. Basically, I went ahead. Well, let's go ahead and start at the beginning. So I'm Abbie Unger. I'm the owner and founder of Flight Attendant Career Connection, which is a company that offers encouragement, support, coaching, and resources to aspiring flight attendants. Our goal is to help aspiring flight attendants reach their career goals faster and with less frustration. And so that is what we are all about. That is what we do. We do that mainly. The biggest resource that we offer is actually a free resource, and that is the Flight Attendant Career Connection Facebook group. I'd love for you to join if you haven't already joined. If you happen to be watching this replay later on YouTube, if you're watching it live right now in the Facebook group, you're in. So I'm excited to see you. But the main thing that we do, like I said, is we help aspiring flight attendants. So everything that our company really tries to put out is to help people reach those flight attendant career goals faster and with less frustration. Now, right now, so this video is being recorded on, April 19th, 2020. We are still in hopefully the middle. I don't know. We're still right in the thick of the coronavirus quarantines, shelter in place, stay-at-home orders, all of those things. We have been aviation, a lot of industries, everyone has been super affected, but we're going to talk about aviation, of course, to start with. Aviation has been really affected, devastated in a lot of ways by the coronavirus on several fronts. There's a virus that is spread through human contact, and aviation is in the business of moving humans around. So that puts all of the workers at risk, other passengers at risk. There's that aspect of it. Also, because of this and because of the stay-at-home orders and because of the risk out there, people are not traveling. So they're not buying airline tickets. Hotels are closing down. Different trips are being canceled. We had a cruise canceled. We actually had 2 cruises canceled in March. So, a lot of different industries are being affected, but especially aviation. The thing about aviation, too, is it's usually, I remember hearing this maybe in 2008 or 2009, it's usually one of the first industries to be affected by any sort of economic downturn. It's usually one of the first to suffer, and it's also usually one of the last to come back, okay? Partly just because it is something that is a little bit expensive, but also something that, buying airplane tickets, but it's also something that is not essential for a lot of people. For some people, of course, it is. Business travel and, even visiting family can be essential in some cases. But, vacation travel and leisure travel is something that's going to be low on people's list as far as their budget is concerned, because they're going to be trying to figure out how to, get caught up on rent and things like that. So I just want to make sure that, we're not naive to the fact that aviation is definitely struggling right now. So far, I have not seen any companies that have furloughed airlines. With the recent CARES Act that was offered by the government, a lot of airlines have accepted that, and that comes with a stipulation that you cannot furlough or lay off any employees until September. There have been airlines or an airline whose CEO did basically say, though, that there may be a reduction in workforce beginning in October, which is a way to say we're probably going to furlough people. So, the industry is very, it's tough right now. It's hard right now. My husband works for an airline. He's not a flight attendant, but he works for an airline. He has about 2.5 years seniority in his position, even though he's been with the company longer. So, he's at the bottom of his seniority list as well. So, our family and my family is definitely 100% aware of what's going on in the industry. And we are also personally affected. We are personally, I don't want to say we're nervous or that we're scared, because we're not. We have a lot of faith. We have a lot of faith in our religion. We have a lot of faith in our company. We have a lot of faith in the decisions that we've made, and we're not afraid. But I am still aware that there is definitely some fear to some people, worry, anxiety that is with all of this virus stuff. a few minutes ago, I was just in the Facebook group, and someone had asked a question, who is hiring? And I have to be honest, I think that they actually, the way that our Facebook group, you get to post questions is you actually submit them for review. And this keeps spam out of the group. It keeps redundant news articles out of the group. And so I get the list of things that people are wanting to post, and then I approve or I disapprove them. That's how it works. Now, sometimes I get really behind on that. Sometimes I'm only able to do a couple at a time. So some of the posts that when I finally get a chance to really do all of them and sort of clear it out, some of the posts are older than others. But when I approve it, it shows up that they just posted it. Okay. So it doesn't like backdate it for you back to January or whatever. It just does it immediately. And someone had asked when are any airlines currently hiring? I can't remember. It was not a new post. I don't know when that person had actually submitted it for review, but I went ahead and approved it. And I actually shared a link. We have a link on our website of all the airlines who are accepting applications. So it's all the airlines on a list. And then we make a note every couple of days. We go in and check it and we note who is accepting applications. Because I've talked over the last couple of months that hiring is not really the best word for us to use, because right now no one is hiring because no one can do training classes, social distancing, no one can interview, shelter in place orders, things like that. But there are several airlines, I believe there are 3, we might be down to 2 right now, who are currently accepting applications, okay? Now, I, of course, have nothing to do with the decision-making of these other airlines as to whether or not they feel like it is appropriate for them to accept applications. I just know that they are accepting applications. Spirit and Mesa have also sent out, and Republic, over the last 2 to 3 weeks, while we've been in this mess, have sent out video interview invitations. So they are interviewing in a sense. In fact, Republic has even offered, in the past, they have even offered job offers straight from that video interview. So that could be the only interview that the applicant does with Republic. So they may be actually offering offers at some point soon. We don't know. But the reason that I'm bringing this up is because I posted the list and I said, here's the airlines that are accepting applications. And I went away to do my hair and makeup for this video. And then when I came back 50 minutes later, there were over 200 comments, and most of them were really, really ugly. They were jokey ugly. They were, let's make fun of this person. Let's laugh at this person, expense. It was saying that they were ridiculous and they can't be serious. And how could you ask that question? And nobody is hiring right now. And people are furloughing, which neither one of those are true. No one's furloughing as of this moment, and there are airlines accepting applications. So really, neither one of those things are true. And I just wanted to remind people, this was not going to be part of my live today. We were just going to talk about upcoming free training and webinars, and we will talk about that. But my heart is really heavy, honestly, because I couldn't believe that is what I came into the Facebook group to see, was people just being horribly rude and mean to someone who asked a question in the group. So the purpose of the group is to help aspiring flight attendants. So anyone is welcome to ask anytime that they want, how do you become a flight attendant? And are there any airlines accepting applications? Because that is the very basic reason that the group even exists. So our options right now are either to if we were going to say we can't talk about getting hired, then I would close the group down, I would think, because that's the purpose of the group. I'm not going to close the group down. I'm going to instead remove people who are ugly, as well as encourage those who are still there. If it does bother you, I understand that if you are a current flight attendant, you are on eggshells. You are on pins and needles. Your anxiety is sky high. You don't know if you're going to be able to keep your job. And so when someone asks, is your airline hiring or is an airline hiring, it sounds like a personal attack, because your answer is like, I'm just trying to survive. No, but I understand that that's how you feel, but that's not how you can respond in Flight Attendant Career Connection. So I hope that that's clear, that I know that it comes from a place of being triggered and being afraid, but that doesn't relieve you from having to be kind in my Facebook group. If you are not feeling good because of all of this. And it does break your heart every time you hear someone talk about becoming a flight attendant. Then either snooze the group or leave the group for now and then come back when this is all over and you feel more comfortable answering questions about how amazing your airline is. You don't have to stay in the group right now. I've left groups before. I have unfollowed people or hid things that trigger me, especially if I'm going through something tough or, like things are going on in their life they have something I wish I had. I snooze people. Do not be afraid to do that. If you leave the group, you can come back. Now, if I have to remove you and block you, then you can't come back. Okay, now let's talk about something happy. So hopefully you hear my heart and all that, and that, okay, so let's go ahead and talk about what's coming up. So first of all, we have already had 2 study halls, and study hall is a free virtual co-working event that we've done twice. And the next one is actually tomorrow at 3 p.m. Pacific, which is 6 p.m. Eastern. Okay, it's 12 o'clock for me in Hawaii. So how this works is you'll need to go and sign up. I'll have to put the link in the comments later because I don't think I have it nearby. But you'll need to go and sign up, because when you sign up, you will immediately get an email that has a link to Zoom. Zoom is the website, the software that we're using. It's free for you. Now, this group is for people who have purchased the Flight Attendant Career Connection interview workbook, because it is a study hall. It is an opportunity for you to put aside some time to work on your goal, to work on your career aspirations. And the way that it works is we work for 25 minutes and then we talk for about 5 or 10 minutes, and I'm available. You can ask me a question. If you've been working through your workbook and you're stuck, or there's something else that you were curious about, you can ask me questions. And okay, I think the email just got posted. That's not the right one, but that's another one. What you want to sign up for is study hall. So I'll make sure it's super clear in the comments that we're going to sign up for study hall. And that's how you get the Zoom link. Like I said, you have to have purchased the Flight Attendant Career Connection interview workbook. You could have gotten it in a bundle, the birthday bundle, the Thanksgiving bundle, the preparation package that's available now. That's what's on sale right now. Or maybe you bought it in 2014 when it came out. That doesn't matter. All of that counts. Okay. So you just need to have purchased it, and then you can join us. And it's been really, really, really fun. The feedback has been awesome. It's been really sweet. People really feel like they have had a chance to really move towards their goal. Even though there's not a lot of movement in aviation, they're still putting in they're putting in the investment. Really, it's an investment of time in your heart's goal, and that always pays off. Okay, so we are here. Let me pop this up. Right here. There we go. So here is our upcoming, this is the schedule, and you get the schedule too when you sign up. So you can come to all of them. You can come to just the ones that you can attend. You can come in late. You can leave early. It's very casual. So we have our next one is tomorrow, like I said, 3 o'clock. And then we have another one next Friday. We actually meet every single Friday, and then some weekend days and some weekdays to make sure everyone has an opportunity. So study hall is also every Friday at 12 Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. We also have study hall on the 25th again, and then we have study hall again on the 29th and again on the 1st of May. And then I do have some dates into May. We are going to continue every Friday, and then we're going to be alternating Sundays and Mondays. So once you sign up, you'll have access to all that information. I'll also be posting it in the Facebook group and sending it out in the emails to the email list so that everyone will so that you have it, so that you don't miss one. So that's study hall. That's the first thing that we have coming up. The next thing is I'm teaching a webinar, and I've taught this webinar before a couple of times, but it's been a while, and it's really, really fun. One of my favorite webinars to teach, and it's 5 non-negotiable actions that every aspiring flight attendant needs to take. So it's about a 2-hour webinar, and this is free too. You don't need to sign up for this because I'm going to use the same software that I'm using right this minute to go live. So you could watch it in the Facebook group or on YouTube, but I would like for you to be on the email list. So that was the link that I think Jason shared just a minute ago that says sign up, or I think it says, yeah, there it is. Here, I can share it. So right here, so abbeyunger.com, kajabi, email sign up. So this is to join the Flight Attendant Career Connection email list. And this is where you will get correspondence from me. You will get information, encouragement, emails, as well as information on upcoming events, sales, things like that. So this is the email list. If you gave me your email, if you get emails from me already, then you're already on the list. So you're good. If you're not, sign up, because this will allow you to get those reminders about the foundation. I mean, not the foundations, the 5 non-negotiable actions webinar that's coming up, and that kind of stuff. So that is one thing. Oh yeah, look here. You can also, Lala says that study hall rocks. Free time with Abbie to ask her tons of questions. Yep, she's been to both of them, and we've had a really good time. So that's one thing that's coming up. That's the second thing, not one. That's the second thing that's coming up. And then this one I'm really excited about. I'm going to be teaching in May a brand new workshop on resumes, and this one is free too. Okay, so when I originally wrote this out, it was not going to be a free webinar or a free workshop. It was going to be a for purchase workshop that you would purchase, that you would pay to enroll in. And then we would go through basically, I've been rewriting flight attendant resumes for since the beginning of Flight Attendant Career Connection, so almost 7 years. And the class is the same, but we're going to go through all the different steps. It's a 5-part training, 5-part workshop where I will show you what to do, and then you'll go to your Word document. I'll give you examples. I can screen share, things like that, so that I'm not going to screen share your stuff, but what I'm talking about, so that you can see how you should format, the easiest, best way to format your resume, what it should be included, the order we should put it in, the font, the size, the colors, the pictures, the ins, the outs. We'll talk about how to make sure that you are hitting those keywords that the computer software is looking for when you're applying. We're going to talk about how to do the best way to spell check and grammar check it. We're going to talk about all that kind of stuff. So that class, like I said, it's free. It's free because everybody's freaking struggling right now, and I want to do as many things as I can for free. I can't do everything for free, but this one is free now. There is always a chance that I might package it up and sell it at some point, but right now it's free, so you want to get in. I'll be adding more details about this in the future, as well as the sign up, to make sure you can get the replays and things like that in case you can't make it live. But that will be, if you want to put it on your calendar, it's going to be the week of May 4th. And it's a 5-part thing. So it's the 4th, the 5th, the 6th, the 7th, and the 8th. So if you want to come spend Cinco de Mayo with me, that will be day 2 of the resume workshop. And it will be at 2 p.m. my time, which is 5 p.m. on the West Coast, 8 p.m. on the East Coast. So those are the times, same time every day during that week. So the week of the 4th. Stay tuned for more information, like I said, so that you can get on, so you can sign up, so you can get the replays and stuff. Because I'm not going to send the links out to every single replay of this, just to the list, just in case people are past resumes and they don't want it. Okay, so that is that part. Now I have one more thing to talk to you about. Now this is not a free resource. Actually, 2 things that are not free. One, right now, the current sale that we're running is the preparation package. It includes the Flight Attendant Career Connection interview workbook that you need to purchase to come to free study hall, as well as 2 classes, the confidence class and the star format class. And these are trainings that I've done, and you have access to the videos. That is a $72 value, but it's on sale. I was going to do it to the end of to the end of April, but we're going to go on through May, since we're still in lockdown, for $27. So please, if you haven't purchased that is a great way to start preparing yourself for what is next in your career opportunity. The next thing that I wanted to talk about is oh my gosh, I can't. It's a service. It's a product called Strategy Session. So when Flight Attendant Career Connection first started, I offered 1-hour coaching sessions, and I also offered this 30-minute session called a strategy session. And these were for people who needed advice about how to apply, where to apply, what was going on. Some people actually used it because it was more affordable than the hour-long coaching session for coaching, which was fine too. But Lala, who was just talking that was just talking about study hall, she reached out to me last week and was like, hey, I don't really need coaching because I don't have an interview coming up, but I would like to talk with you and get your advice about the next step in my career. Is that something that you offer? And I thought about it and I was like, sure, yeah, sure, I offer that. I mean, I don't, but that sounds like a fantastic idea. Thank you. So I thought about it, and and then I remembered about the strategy session. So I was like, oh, duh, we've done this before. So it isn't as brand new as I had originally thought, although I'd completely forgotten about it. But basically what I'm going to be offering now is 25-minute sessions with me live and private. So it's not like this, it's private. It's done online, obviously, because we can't be close to each other. But they're 25 minutes for $25. I don't know how long I will continue to offer this, because when life starts back up and my children go back to school and like everything works again, I don't know that I will continue to offer it, but I feel like right now, this is what we need. If you need to talk to someone, and I'm not a counselor, so it's not a counseling session, but if you need to talk to someone about the next step in your career and what I think you should do, or what I think, we even talked about like jobs you could get now that you could maybe even continue once you become a flight attendant. There's just so many different things. So if you think that you have a question that I could help you with or answer, help you brainstorm and strategize, those are being offered now. So stay tuned as well for the links for that, or you can feel free to send me a private message. I've set a couple up already through that because I don't have the website pages up yet. But if that's something that's interesting, 25 minutes for $25. Yeah, so that's all that I have for you today. That was a ton. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much everything that I had for you today. It was even a little extra because I wasn't planning on talking about why Flight Attendant Career Connection is still talking about getting hired. But that's why, because at some point, airlines will start hiring again. And we want to be ready. It's my job to make sure you're ready to jump off when it's time. And so we're not naive to the fact that there are people hurting and struggling, and we're not naive to the fact that we are hurting and struggling, but there's something really powerful about keeping your hope alive. And if I can keep your hope alive, and you can hear me say, I don't know when they're going to start hiring again. I don't know when they're going to start interviewing again. I don't know if it's 6 months, 18 months, 24 months, 5 years. I don't know. But when it happens, we will be ready. That's my goal. Okay. And that's why I continue to talk about how to become a flight attendant. So I hope you hear my heart in that. And again, if you don't, I understand we're all suffering right now and nobody is actually truly themselves. But, that's all I have for you today. And I can't wait to see you tomorrow in study hall. I'll share the link soon so that you can sign up. Talk to you later. Bye.